Healing is very weird. I have to share something with y'all. Please receive this if you feel called. I was sitting there talking to a friend, and we had worked through something the other day, and it almost felt like it was my father wound healing, in the sense that my parents, my adoptive family, they had their own trauma, and they always made it out to be my fault. Like I had to save them, being the adopted child. Like it was my job, it was my duty to be some savior. And it actually fueled a savior complex that I had for a long time. And that's something I find in a lot of healing, is someone who acts like a savior is actually deep inside of them a victim, and they feel helpless. And I always felt helpless growing up, and I felt like it was my job to save people. And I don't know, I was just messaging my friend, and I just had given voice to the fact that I did nothing wrong the other day. And I was working through the fact that my father had adoption wounds just like me. And I did nothing wrong. And it brought me to tears. Like, I did nothing wrong. I was the child that they purchased. I did nothing wrong. And it literally made me cry. Like, I didn't want to come on here just crying like a baby. I let my tears pass. I was like, I'm going to go share this code with everybody, this healing code. But my love, you did nothing wrong when you came into this planet. You did nothing wrong when you were born. That is original sin. That is the trauma that is passed on to us, and it is our dharma, our duty to heal it. But you did nothing wrong. You are not at fault. You are not at fault. You didn't do anything wrong. And I just started sobbing, and I grabbed my inner child. That's how we do inner child healing, is you bring that part of you forward when you have the space, and you bring it to you, and you sit with that part of you. And I just spoke to every part of all the versions of myself. I said, you did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong to deserve that treatment. You did nothing wrong, but now you're doing everything right. And it's not that there's right and wrong, it's that it's balancing my own karmic cycles. I'm doing it right now. I am effective in how I speak. I am effective in my circuitry. I am effective on my page. I'm effective because that old patterning was ineffective. It made me feel wrong. When I choose effectivity, I feel correct. I feel right. And nothing else matters other than I am effective in my healing. And what's right for me may not be right for you, because my pathway that led me to this version is not going to be the same as yours. We may be parallels. We may have some common denominators. But you did nothing wrong. And I need you to receive that. I need you to either write it down 10 times, make some affirmations, say it. You did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. And you're doing everything right to get on your pathway to healing. And I love you. And I feel it in the back of my heart healing. I feel the betrayal wounds healing and the guilt just shedding. You did nothing wrong, and it's not your burden to carry. I love you. Now it's your turn to love you, because you did nothing wrong.